Hi, I'm Christina, and I've written a book called Magic at the Library. And I'm doing a reading, and each video is going to be a chapter in the book. So this is actually chapter 2, and if you missed the introduction in chapter 1, just look back and start there. So here we go. We're going to read chapter 2 in Magic at the Library. Sydney came back day after day, and every time she asked if I wanted to go for a bike ride. My answer was always no. I wanted to go, but I couldn't. I had a secret, but I wasn't ready to share it with Sydney, not yet. But each day she stayed a little longer. We talked about school, about where I came from, and all about her. We had a lot in common. We both loved playing outdoors, and we were both crazy for anything purple. I found out that Sydney's family moved here from Portugal. Now that's far away. It was so easy spending time with her. Every day I looked forward to her coming over and to listening to any new stories she had to share. One day, a very special day, my birthday, Sydney rode by again, and this time she pleaded with me. Ashley, I like spending time with you, and you've become my best friend. I want to go bike riding with you because it's something I love to do, and I would rather do it with my best friend than by myself. I want to take you to the library. It's wicked cool there, and some people say it's enchanted. Enchanted? I figured she was trying very hard to convince me. She weaved back and forth on her bike along the driveway while she was talking to me. I could tell she was frustrated. Her eyes squinted and her lips were pursed. Then she shook her head as if she were shaking off her disappointment. Let go of the handlebars and balance with her eyes closed. She made it seem like so much fun, and she looked so free when she rode her bike. The breeze carried her long, wavy brown hair, and she smiled as though there was nothing better to do in the whole wide world. I felt bad about saying no to her all the time, so I decided it was time to be brave and tell her my secret. Sydney, I'm sorry I haven't gone bike riding with you. I can tell it means a lot to you. I love watching you ride your bike, and when I see you, I wish I could do the same. So why don't you? I never learned to ride a bike. We come from the city. There weren't many places there to ride safely, so I never had the chance. Well, as soon as I finished speaking, she rode away down the sycamore-lined street and turned into her driveway, which was only 5 houses from mine and across the street. I was confused. Why would she leave without saying anything? I shouldn't have told her, I thought. I didn't want anyone else to find out. I was embarrassed and hurt. Then just as fast as she had left, she came back, but this time she had a different bike. She pulled in, jumped off, and walked the bike toward me. She had ridden so fast her long hair was all over her face. As she swept it away from her mouth, she gasped for air and with a big smile, eyes wide open, said, "This is great. I've only had a big sister, and now I can finally teach someone else how to ride a bike. This bike belongs to my sister Angie. She used it when she was little, but now she's in college and my mother has been thinking about giving it away. It's perfect, and it's all yours, Ashley." I was so relieved and so grateful that I hugged her. This is the best birthday present I've ever gotten. A best friend and a bicycle, I said. Ashley, after you learn to ride a bike, I'm going to take you to the library. And when we get there, I'll tell you all about a mystical legend. After that day, we were always together. Lucky for me, Sydney was a great teacher, and I learned to ride very quickly. I loved coasting downhill and feeling the warm breeze on my face, which carried the smell of jasmine from Mrs. O'Connor's front yard. We rode our bikes everywhere, but I was excited to go to the library most of all. Libraries remind me of Nana. Back in San Diego, Nana would take me on trips to our local library. Sometimes they had painting classes or storytelling, and they even had yoga classes for Nana. But sometimes I just liked looking through all the books. They opened up a whole new world for me. There was often something about them, whether it was the title or the artwork on the cover or the stories inside, that made me wonder more and more about how beautiful the world is. Sometimes I would stare out the window, daydreaming about the places I would visit one day, snorkeling with stingrays in the vivid blue waters of the Caribbean, taking a helicopter ride through the Grand Canyon, seeing the red scalding lava flowing down a volcano in Hawaii, or taking a safari to Botswana in Africa to see the animals on the savannah. I couldn't wait to share the places I'd like to go with Sydney. So when Sydney finally said we would be riding to the library the next day, I was pleased to hear that it was so close by. I imagined we would be going there often. The enchanted library, breathed Sydney. Little did I know how right she was. Well, I'll see you in chapter 3 on the next video.